We're so happy. Alright, you wanna finish laying down? Maybe. We got started on laying down, we just didn't finish. We are a professional purrer. We are extremely happy, and that's good. We're gonna turn around. Okay, we're gonna turn around. There we go. You did it. You've achieved laying down. We are still purring so hard. Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday, October 1st. We are in the 10th month. We are in the final quarter. We have finished 3/4 of this year. He purrs so much. He purrs so much. Buddy. Buddy. He's so happy. He's so happy. Which is great. It's just me this morning. Because Mal took care of breakfast stream last week. So I'm taking care of it this week. Morning raid. Wild. Hi Raiders. The morning raid from Peter Persum. Thank you. Well, we are still isolating. We are still isolating. To be perfectly blunt, I think I'm better. But Mao has got a big trip coming up next week, and she doesn't want to take any chances. So, as a result, we are still isolating. So, I do. There is a part of me that has like the faintest worry that like maybe I have the very early beginnings of an ear infection, but maybe not, because I've just had a bunch of sinus stuff, and there's just a little tiny thing, little tiny part of my ear that's like, is everything going okay in here? And I'm like, maybe. I don't know. Might take a Sudafed today. But otherwise, like, I feel good. I'm a little tired, which is surprising because I slept a lot yesterday. But I woke up in the middle of the night last night, and I was awake for a little bit, so I'll try and take a nap today and finish getting better, essentially. There's plenty of stuff to read, as Kep continues to purr. So let's, like, read some things.
20, give 20 gift subs.
Like those. There were 20 gift subs from Gold Lighting. Where did they go? Ya boy Kaiba, Arclysis, Blaze of the Forest, Randmate, Hunts, Wom1 Really, Jandal GG, MX Tweez, Just Lotus, Indo Thomas, Chili Owl, These are the Self-Care Gamer, Mr. Klopshabru, Franzal 3, Tree Puncher 68, Soulfire 19001, Gamer 0024 Twitch, Cynthia, Carolina Hornet, and I Like Corn Dogs. Thank you, Gold Lighting. And there was also 7 gift subs from Twitch. Is that's over now, right? Because it's October. Right? Right, yes. September as part of the word. Yeah, Chess says Gold Lightning's 20 was from last night. Got it. Got it. Anyway, those gift subs went to Awu, Bliss L, Like Smaw, Zero Suit Toadette, Blinded Blood 890, Avatar Tyler, and Keeps. Thanks. 70 months from Cosmic Searle, 13 from Super Yoshi. Oh god. Oh no. Things have largely been normal here. Can't believe we are 3/4 of the way through the year. Mao's not here right now because I am sick. Not so much anymore. I swear that's not a trick. She's downstairs, maybe watching. Welcome back, Danny. 6,000 bits from Danny. It says, can I get an update on everything that has happened since I've been living on the ocean for this last 6 months? I'm trying to think if there's been anything... It's largely been yeah, we did finish Tears of the Kingdom. I guess that's the biggest news. Still in the same house, and we finished Zelda, which I wasn't sure was possible. Chess says it was hot. The garden was largely eaten by non-humans, and we beat Zelda. It really was what's happened for the last 6 months. For the last 6 months, it's just been hot. Oh, wait. Yeah, you might have missed a pretty big thing, actually. Because Kep got sick in April. That's true. You might have just missed that. I don't know. Yeah, we went to Japan in March, and then we got back at the end of March, and then, like, days later, Kep had heart failure. And I was like, oh. So now he's on lots of medication. He's on lots and lots of medication. So. But he's happy, as is evidenced by the fact that he purrs a lot. And he's largely been normal, which is great. Like, he's not normal in the sense that, like, having congestive heart failure just means that his life will not be as long. We don't know how long that is. And that part's a bummer, but... Oh, okay, bye. But thankfully, he's been, like, pretty normal otherwise. And that part's really good. He's still the happy little fella he always has been, so... Aren't ya? I don't know if he got too warm up here or he was tired of being in that position, but now he's on the floor. Anyway, all right. We also had 48 months from Justin the Light. Congrats on the 4. 13 months from Ilasan89. Vagabond gifted a sub to Malye. 300 bits from Fire Goddess that says, happy first of the spooky month, everyone. It is October. At some point, we'll change these. Not today. It's a real shame because I had a conversation with Chaz about changing all of that stuff last week. Like last Monday. And then I got sick. So that was fun. So that's all just, I haven't gotten around to that. But don't worry, I will. I will. We got 73 months from Cobalt Custard, 61 from Dude4269. 300 bits from Satsy says, yesterday was my birthday. Woo! Happy belated birthday. This weekend was a palava of brain farts amounting to starting my long weekend early, but it's been chill. I did nearly get a cold on my birthday. I didn't even realize I was still here till tomorrow. I'm glad that you didn't get a cold. As someone who is getting over a cold, I've been reminded, I hate this. Are there worse things to happen? Yeah. You can get sick in different ways. Is it still a bad? It's not a good. It's not like my favorite thing. The real problem, well, the real problem was like being laid up in bed for like 4 days and not being able to do anything. And then the second thing is just like having had like no contact with Mao at all. That's been the other thing. So I'm looking forward to getting better so we can like interact. Because we have not done that in 9 days. 57 months from Chill Days, 69 months from Luna Gazer, 71 from Jam Meepler, 58 from Sakura Celica, 62 from Tricanthia, 45 from One Weird Cat, 8 from Prosy Strangers, 14 from Joe the Historian Gamer, 28 from Devons, 65 from We Win, 45 from The Andrew Show, 34 from Reniner. 500 bits from Melvin Scout says, good morning and good vibes from New York. No snack divination today, but good news, I have half a small cheesecake for breakfast because I am in fact an adult. That sounds good. That sounds good. I would need to eat that with like a cup of black coffee. But that sounds good. Also, I don't know if anyone else feels the way I do, but like I can't eat like a full slice of cheesecake generally. I guess it's subjective what a slice is, but I generally find cheesecake so rich that I have to have half of a... Oh, I guess that doesn't say a slice. That says half of a small cheesecake. Okay, that might be too much for me. I like cheesecake a lot. Skill issue. I like cheesecake a lot, but like if I'm gonna have it, I like to have dessert with coffee, but with cheesecake, like I have to. Like it's like a requirement because it's too much. It's just oof. But now that we talked about it, I really want cheesecake. Yeah, I guess I could get cheesecake. They have cheesecake like just at the grocery store. You can buy like a slice of cheesecake. You don't have to buy a whole cheesecake.
6.
So, Jesus.
10.
1600 from Goldline says, glad to have you back. Thanks. Thanks. Glad to be back. I mean, I wish I was here with Mal, but I'm glad to at least be here. And also, that does mean, you probably knew, but tomorrow, I will be finally getting back into Subnautica. I'm very excited about that, because anyone that has been watching the streams know that I left off, like, at a pretty big spot. I, like, got to something really big, and then I was like, alright, we're stopping here. And then last week I couldn't play because I was too sick. And I was just thinking about it, like, I really want to play. So I'm looking forward to that. That's tomorrow at 1 Eastern, so. Can't wait to get scared again. We got 20 months from Squeeves. Cheesehammer gifted to sub to Craft Singles in your area. 46 months from Nomi Bookworm. 31 from Wonder J13. 54 from Anise. 18 from Gutang Clan. 65 from Deathson Lee. 29 months from Morton Zero. 59 months from Noah. And 350 bits from Alex Butterfly says, tomorrow's my birthday. I'm turning 38. My brother was in town this weekend, and he taught me how to play Magic the Gathering. I am now full of knowledge and have nowhere to use it. Well, happy early birthday. Magic is very fun. It's a game that I think about a lot and play almost never. But I really do enjoy it. And like once you understand how to read a Magic card, then you can generally understand any Magic card. Because the rules text on a Magic card is, like, very literal. So, like, once you understand, like, the syntax of that, then you're like, okay, I can now I can just, like, read them. Once you understand it. I mean, it's true. It would be very hard to play Magic the Gathering without basic reading ability. You could probably do it. It'd just be very hard. Yeah, I haven't played in a bit. You know what I've been thinking about, though, is I've been thinking about the Pokemon card game. I've been thinking about the Pokemon card game because I played it on Friday for the stream, because we didn't do Banjo. And I want to play it a little bit more, but the Game Boy game is very rudimentary. When I think of something like Magic Arena, and I know that there's a Pokemon equivalent, like a modern day Pokemon equivalent for the trading card game, but like I don't want to play that. I want to play like the first 3 sets, because that's the Pokemon that I played. I don't want to play new Pokemon. I want to play old Pokemon, but with like a new thing. The other thing that's been making me think about Pokemon is that I keep getting fed these shorts on YouTube that are this guy. Someone. If I say this, someone has seen this, and I don't know why they're in my feed, but they keep coming up, and it's this guy opening a pack, and it comes up and it says, "Should I open it or keep it sealed?" And he'll be like, "I spent $200-something on this pack, and then now I'm going to open it." And I just think, don't. And these have continually come up. They just keep coming up. And every time I'm like, I'm getting further and further into it. And I just keep thinking, don't, because I'm thinking, I'm like starting to keep track mentally of like how much money this person has lost. And I realize, like, it's something I've always known, but like opening booster packs is a form of gambling. It's okay to do it, but you have, if you're opening it for the purpose of like, I spent a lot of money on this booster pack and I'm hoping to like recoup that cost. I'm like, that's gambling is what it is. So I'm basically watching someone gamble. And it just keeps coming up in my shorts, like over and over and over again. And I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, this person is down. This person is down like several $1,000s. And it's just it's starting to get concerning. Like, I don't know this person. I only see the individual shorts, but I'm now to the point I'm like, this guy's down like $3,000 or $4,000. Vagabond says, okay, but what if in the next pack they hit it big? I mean, the gambler's fallacy in it, right, is whenever someone gets excited about a card and they're like, I did it. And I'm like, but what about the other... You've opened so many other packs. And like, there's an element of like recouping costs through monetization, but like shorts do not pay very well. Like, you have to have a lot of views to recoup those costs. So I hope that person's okay. I hope I'm still watching the things because they just keep coming up, and I'm like, all right. I'm now like addicted to just getting to the end of that video and being like, this $250 pack was $17 worth of cards. I'm like, oh no. Anyway. I mean, don't get me wrong. Opening yeah, you have a secondhand gambling edition. It is much cheaper to watch someone open booster packs than open booster. And I honestly think that there's a very similar, I think there's a very similar dopamine hit, actually. which might be why those things are so popular. I was telling Chaz, I was like, I was way too early to that with Daily Pack. Like, I started that going on 15 years ago. And I was like, I was way too early to the scene on that. And now those channels are very, very popular. And, like, I get it. I definitely get it. Because you're essentially getting the same dopamine hit, but you don't have to spend the money. And Daily Pack was opening normal packs. Some of these booster pack channels, like, they are opening, you know, retro packs of Pokemon cards or Magic cards or whatever, and I'm like, that's so expensive. That's wild. It's also just wild to me how much Pokemon cards are worth now, because it's a lot. It's a lot. Anyway, we had 18 months from Strawberry Hearts. 500 bits from Gamers00700. Thank you. 25 from Red Hero. 39 from Jizza Gaming 1998. 300 bits from Will Peters. It says, aren't trading cards basically loot boxes in physical form? Yes. Yes, that is essentially what it is. And, like, that's fine. Oh, I mean, I remember from when I mean, I can pull from memory to remember opening Pokemon booster packs, but especially Magic, because I played a lot more Magic than I played Pokemon, and the excitement of opening booster packs, that was fun. And also being able to play with them, because, like, I don't know if there's a format for this, like this for Pokemon. Maybe there is. It might be difficult because the Pokemon evolve, but in Magic, you can play a game with booster packs, and it's very fun. You can do a booster draft, and a lot of times they do that, like at Friday Night Magic, and that's really enjoyable. I don't know if there's a way to do that with Pokemon or not, because in Magic, all the creatures are creatures. You don't have to, like, evolve a creature. And in Pokemon, that would be very difficult if you got, like, a Stage 1 or Stage 2 evolution card, and then you can't use it. So maybe there's a different way of drafting Pokemon cards. But yeah, it's fun. The very first booster box we ever bought, to, like, split with friends, we just sat there and opened them. Which is fine, but now, you know, if I were to buy a box of Magic cards, like, those are, you know, that's a game. You play a game with that. I think I still have unopened booster packs in the house. Yeah, I definitely do. I have at least a handful of whatever the most recent joke set for Magic was, because we bought a booster box of the joke set to play a draft with that, and we did a draft, but we didn't use all of the. Is it Unfinity? That sounds right. Yeah, we did a draft, but it didn't take all of the packs to do it. So I think there's still some packs of that somewhere in the house. I'm sure none of the cards in there are worth anything. Generally, in the joke sets, the things that people want is the land, because the land is really cool. I don't know if there's anything in there valuable, but my guess is probably not. Probably not. We got 23 months from Cat Lizard, 49 months from Padawan Becca, and here, have a snack.
Treat yourself. You deserve Tiny Eddie's foam thins.
This reminds me of, what are they called? Oh, I don't know what they're called. Oh, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of, like, the, like, rice crackers. What is the company? Quaker? Quaker made, something similar to that. I don't know. Rice crackers? Is that what I'm thinking of? What's the thing that, like, looks like shrimp chips, but they're flat? Is that a rice cake? Is that what I'm thinking of? I need to Google this. Hold on. Rice cake. Okay, rice cake is what I was thinking of for the Quaker thing, yeah. That, but then. I've had the rice cake before, and I was like, I don't like this. Like, it's fine, but it's... Yeah, it tastes like styrofoam. Like, could I eat it? Yeah, in an emergency. If it was the only ration I was given. But it maybe they're better now. Maybe they got better since the 90s. With cinnamon? I've only ever had them normal, with, like, no flavor. Do they make flavored ones? Because, like, that might make it palatable. Okay, they do. There's caramel, cheese, spicy, all sorts of other types. Even knowing that, there is no part of me that wants to pick them up. I remember what they tasted like in terms of, like, the texture and everything, and I'm like, I don't know. I think I still probably wouldn't care for them. It helps. It definitely helps to know that there's flavors. Aw, Haley, thank you. Haley, I hope you're doing well. Hope things are going well for you. I am feeling better. I would venture that I'm like 98% better. If I had to give it a percentage. My worry is that the last 2% is going to take a week, and I'm not happy about that. Anyway, there was a message from Gold Lighting. It says, been loving Echoes of Wisdom. Tiny Eddie, what will Zelda copy next? Zelda will make rice cakes. Delicious. Yeah, Echoes of Wisdom has been out for a few days. I hope folks are enjoying that. It's gotten very high marks. Zelda games typically do. But it's apparently very, very good. At some point, we'll play it. At some point. It could be 1 year, it could be 50 years, but at some point, we'll probably get around to it. There was a few people that thought we were going to play it, like, after Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm like, no. No. Sorry. Zelda... like, I get that they're very different games, but they are both Zelda, and I'm like, I don't want to play a Zelda and then immediately go into another Zelda. I don't want to do that. The length of time is what did it. Because, like, I played a Metroid and played a Metroid and played a Metroid and played a Metroid, but I did all of that in, like, 2 months. Maybe, like, 3. I don't want to play a Zelda game for 18 months and then play another Zelda game. I'm like, no, I'll come back. I'll come back. It's fine. Sure, have another snack.
The strangest way to start your midnight. Tiny Eddie's yogurt dipped in different jerky.
Yogurt dipped jerky. That doesn't seem bad.
Coffee.
That could work. That could be fine. It's from Mr. Viperfang. It says, Tiny Eddie, I'm feeling just a tad under the weather, but otherwise fine. Do you have a snack that can make me better or worse? I wonder if that's a thing. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna type in, I guess, yeah, yogurt dipped jerky. Has anyone done this? Beef jerky dip. Maybe this isn't a thing. Alright, well. I would, you know, I would try it. I like yogurt dipped thing, like yogurt dipped like raisins. Those are good. Jess says someone try it and let us know, but wait until midnight. I just don't think that it's that bad of a thing. Like, it's a little weird, but not that strange. Anyway, Mr. Viperfang, I hope that you get feeling better soon. Being sick sucks. We got 49 months from Padawan Becca, 18 from Haley92, 300 bits from Will Peters, who says, I had peanut butter sandwiches, or the bread was substituted with caramel rice cakes. Do with that what you will. That's crunchy, man. That's not what I want out of a... That's not what I want out of a peanut butter sandwich. But I also buy smooth peanut butter. I know quite a few people that, like, once they hit adulthood, they started buying crunchy peanut butter. And I'm like, nah, I don't want that. I want it to be smooth. And I want the sandwich to be soft, so... It's normal bread. Although, sometimes I do I'll do toast. But the caramel rice cake, nah, that's too hard. That's too... No. That sandwich is too firm. I do not want that. We got 300 bits of fries. Pikachu says, so I recently started on a super low gluten diet, and it's going well so far. Today's lunch was homemade soup with Doritos, which worked surprisingly well, followed by a piece of chocolate. Soup with Doritos seems like it could work. We always did a soup at home, and we put Fritos in it. It was like a taco soup. We would fill it up with Fritos. And that's great. This is the only time we ever bought Fritos. And like eating Fritos just freehand. Eating freehand Fritos is like, eh. But in a soup, yes. You know what? There is a Frito I really like. I don't know what they're called. But they're twisty. And they have a different flavor. I could look it up, but I know someone knows what I'm talking about. Is that honey barbecue twists? Is that what they are? That sounds right. Those are great. They're going on the shopping list. I haven't had those in a long time. There was a vending machine at SCAD in the drawing building, and there was a break halfway through the classes, because all the classes were 2.5 hours, and I always got a bag of those, like, every single time when, you know, we were... Actually, I think I stopped buying them from the machine. I think I started buying them at home and then just bringing them because it was cheaper. Honey, barbecue, twist, Fritos. Yes. I want that. I bet that is not at Costco, so I'll probably have to go to a grocery store for that. So SCAD got more of your money. I mean, it was probably... How much was a vending machine snack in 2008? Because a vending machine snack now is like... A bag of chips is probably like $1 minimum. It was probably like 50 cents. 75 cents? Probably 75 cents. Maybe. that probably hasn't changed too much. We got 300 bits from Genesis. It says, good news, I officially own a home. The painting begun last Saturday. I will be fully moving in with my cat Leon and 2 new kittens on October 19th. Congratulations. That's very, very awesome. Also, Leon and 2 new kittens. You're gonna have a full house. But that's extremely exciting. Mr. Gameboy had bought a house and was working on the painting last time he had stopped in too. My throat feels very dry today. I don't know why. It's like it's making me need to cough. But not like a sick cough, like, I need more moisture, which is why I'm drinking water. I probably should have gotten like a tea. I can do that after stream. It's fine. More dry than British humor from the late 80s. Some of my favorite humor. I need to, the other thing I should have done whenever I sat down was clean my glasses. I kept putting it off, and now that I've read through all the alerts, I'm like more cognizant of it. I was like, let me fix this quick so I can look at a screen without there being strange smudges. Beautiful. I wanted to give an update about something that I've been working on. It's been a little bit since I released the next Japan vlog, but I've been working on it a lot in the past 2 or 3 days. And last night, I finally finished my first pass of the next day. And I got like through all of the footage and have like a relative rough cut of March 17th. And it's very funny because it's been a few months now. I don't remember the individual things I shot and said in that vlog. And at the end of the vlog, as I'm ending the day, I'm walking with Chaz Mao and Brandon, and I say I was looking through the footage I shot that day, and I was like, this is going to be one of the hardest vlogs I've ever made, because I alone shot over 100 minutes of footage. I was like, I know Alex and Haley are shooting footage elsewhere, and then Brandon is walking with me, and he's like, yeah, I shot like 35 minutes of footage, and I was like, so when this comes out, just know that it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work, and I can't wait for people to see it because, oh my god. So the the cut down version is about 48 minutes, and I mean it can possibly get a little bit shorter as I go through it again. Probably not a lot shorter, but a little shorter. And that is, I think that's like the longest travel vlog we've ever had. Probably. The longest vlog is whenever we went to Camp Fangamer and I decided to take it upon myself to make a edited down version of every day of that. I don't know why I did that. I'm glad old Steven did that, so that's done. Because the idea of like present day Steven trying to do such a thing is like, nope. But aside from those, yeah, I think this is the longest travel vlog we've ever done. It was just a big day. It was just a really, really big day. And G-Bin says, how many POVs in total? So that's the thing. Just two. Well, 2 groups. Because, like, Alex and Haley are filming. And Haley's not actually filming. It's Alex shot some stuff. And then I shoot stuff and Brandon shoots stuff. Chaz shoots a little bit. But, like, it's just... There's a lot. There's a lot. Thomas didn't shoot anything. It was actually a day that Thomas didn't shoot a 10 seconds with Thomas. Because in his mind, he did it every day. He did not do it every day. Sad vlog. Yeah, there will not be... Yeah, I shot 100 minutes. Thomas could not shoot 10 seconds. I'm excited for people to see it. It's not... It's not like... Not to, like, down-hype the vlog. It's not, like, the most exciting, thrilling thing we've ever done in our lives. It's just long. There's just a lot that we did. And the stuff that we did is interesting. But it was such a long day that... It took a long... There's just a lot to watch. Chaz says it was a Chaz-planned day, so it was. It was. I edited the stupid thing, and now I don't even remember how it starts, but I remember at some point we go to Unazuki Onsen Town. We're walking around this town that... I mean, we're in the off season, but also it's a little bit run down. Like, it's not in its heyday anymore. And seeing all of that was very cool. And then there's like a foot bath where the water is extremely hot. And then at some point we get back on the train, and then we go to the fire festival, and that was super neat. Rewatching that last night, because I went through and I was watching it, I was like, that is such a not here in America thing. Well, in America, we love fire and we'll set things on fire, but like we have like regulations about that. Like if you want to set things on fire, you got to do it on your own. So to have like a city event that's like, we're going to set things on fire, and it's like super close. Like, it's wild. That's just a night in Philly. Whether they win, whether they lose, doesn't matter. Like, yeah, people set things on fire, but like if you're gonna do like a fire event, right? That has regulations and stuff, it would be different from this. Wait until you see it, because there's some pretty big fires and people playing with fires and just jumping around fires. And I remember at one point, there's this point in the vlog where I'm like, that is hot, because the fires are getting big, and we are close. You know, we're like 10, 15 feet away. And at a certain point, I'm like, oh, this is very, very hot. Very hot. Anyway, yeah, it's neat. So, I'm gonna work on that again today. So, the other thing is that yesterday's vlog won't be ready at 10, because I went to bed last night, which is probably wise. And I'll get it out later today, but it's also a treat. I'm not the one that really shot yesterday's vlog. I told Chaz last night, I was like, yesterday's vlog arrived on a plate to me. And I appreciate it a lot. I can't wait for people to see it. I got a message from someone yesterday, and they're like, I did this thing, and I looked at it, and I was like, this is amazing. Can I use this in the vlog? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, all right. I can't wait. No one is going to be expecting this at all. It will be completely unexpected. But I will get that out today, and it's going to be... It's fun. It's going to be very fun. It made my life a lot easier, because... It's already edited. I might adjust the color or something on it, but it's like done. I'm like, cool. Just gives me more time to focus on finishing that Japan vlog. We got 24 months from SophG93. Congrats on the 2. And Tabit says, how many Japan vlogs are left? Oh, it's a lot. A lot. We're not very far into it, because we were there for 2 weeks, and I've released like 3. So the 17th is coming out, and I have to work up through like the 28th, maybe? So I think I have 11 days. It's a lot. But the one that I'm working on now is the hardest one. So I got to keep telling myself that if I can get through this, it'll get easier. So, oh, and the other thing is it's October, so patrons can expect a Patreon video like soon. Like pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. We've got an art in the queue also. Let's take a look at this. Hey, that's very good. Yeah, that's coming up. That's what is it, like five-ish weeks away. November 9th. Which, again, is different than how we've normally done it. Because we normally do Extra Life in October. This is the... I don't know if this is the first Extra Life that's taking place in November, but certainly the first one in, like, 10 years. It's been a long time. So, yeah. We'll probably, either this week or next week, since we're going to be, like, just a month away... We'll probably start using Breakfast Stream to show totals. Because we will be getting there soon. Y'all can have beans. I'm looking at I'm like, I got like 10 or 15 minutes. You can have beans now. Circle on a Squared says, is there a reason you always did it in October? So the reason that we did it in October is we did it earlier than... the event. Yeah. We used to do, so there's a like official game day, which is the day that like Extra Life is. You can do Extra Life anytime. But there's an official game day, and we used to do it the same day, but then there were problems with that. So we stopped doing that and started doing it a week sooner. And this time around, we would have done it a week sooner, but Thomas was like, hey, can we do it a week later? And I was like, yeah, you know, as long as we're not doing it on the day of, because I don't want to do that anymore, then we can do that. And he's like, okay. So we're doing it a week later, because it's better for Thomas. So. And the good part of that, as pointed out by Haley, is like this is the first time we'll ever be able to like celebrate Halloween for realsies. Because normally when Halloween comes, we are completely dead and exhausted. So that's kind of nice. Real Halloween. It's gonna be great. M. Tappet says, who will be there? It is the same crew from last year, but we don't have Lindsay. Lindsay can't make it this year. But we do have Rebecca. So we're basically swapping Lindsay and Rebecca. So. But otherwise, it'll be the same folks. Vagabond says, are the games up to date on the page? Most of them. There's a few people that haven't given me any information yet, but a lot of them are updated. I think Mao hasn't given me any games. Roland gave me games and I haven't put them on there yet, but he gave them to me right after I got sick, so I haven't sat down to do it. So. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited about bringing back N64, and I'm curious how many N64 games we'll play, because I think that even though the library is a lot smaller, there's so many people that have really strong memories of that system So I have a feeling, even though we have the ability to play all the newer stuff, I bet we're probably going to play a fair bit of N64. So, yeah. Pegamon says only Banjo-Tooie. That's on Josh's list, and he put it on there because he wants us to play multiplayer. Which, I mean, that's fine. The multiplayer is fun. Chaz says, I put some real shovelware on my list. Jay says, is the N64 game that came out in 2019 eligible? 40 Winks? Is that what came out in 2019? I have that. What is... Yes. Yeah, that's eligible. Is 40 Winks on the, It's probably on the list. Because I'm pretty sure Chaz pulls, I think Chaz pulls the list from my collection list, and 40 Winks should be on my collection list. So if it's on the collection list, it should be there. But regardless, yes, it's something that... 40 Winks is weird, because normally when games come out after a system's life is over, I don't count that as, like, the library. 40 Winks is a weird one where I'm like, I kind of do. I kind of do count that as the library, because that was a game that was actually in development and should have been on the system and then just came out much, much later. Is it not on the list? That's weird. Hold on, let me fix that. This will fix it on my list. This won't fix it on Chaz's list. He'll have to add it. Oh my god, it's not on here. What the heck? I'm glad we had this conversation then. I guess that would technically go after 1080 snowboarding? Probably? Sure, let's do it. 40 Winks. And I have cart. I guess I have all of it because I have 2 copies of it. I have that cart, and then I have a sealed box. Because I think it was a Kickstarter. I can't remember the details now, but I think so. I have 80 Winks. I think the Kickstarter was that you got the box, and then you could do an add-on to get just like a cart. And I was like, okay, we'll just do that, and then I'll just keep the box sealed, and then I'll have the cart that I can just put on the shelf that can be played. So, yeah. Master Link says, does he have Battle Tank and Army Man? I have all of them. There's 296, well, 297 now. 297 N64 games. And I got them. It's weird, because that's a library that we finished like a long time ago. And the state of video games has changed a lot, and like the cost of the video games is inflated to ridiculous amounts. And I know people personally that have been like collecting N64 games in the last like 2 years. And I'm like, it's bad. It's not good. But collecting, I mean, it's the same thing. Like collecting old games now is similar to like trying to, buy Pokemon card packs. You can do it. It's not impossible. It just hurts more now. Portal Beard says, do you have gray cart / patched Rage Wars or just the black cart? I do not have gray Rage Wars. I do not have that. I have all of the like commercially available cards. I do have I don't know where it is. Is it there? I do have this though. I do have gray not for resale Donkey Kong 64. And that's cool. That's very neat. If you know what that is, then you'll go, oh, I got that a year or two ago. Something like that. There's yellow not for resale, and there's gray not for resale, and the gray not for resale is much rarer, and it came into player's choice. And Roland was like, do you want this? And I was like, yeah, because I've never seen it before, and I probably won't again. I like getting the not for resale carts when I can, but you don't see them very often. I also like collecting demos. I have many of the demo discs for the Wii, which are fun. I guess if someone really, really wanted to, that is something that can be played. That's not in the the list for Extra Life. But if someone sent in a single donation that was very large and put a demo disc to the top of the list like that, we would play it. We have a lot of those. So yeah, it's true. The not for resale cart was resold. M. Tappet says, I wonder what the rarest video game Stephen owns is. Honestly, it's probably that Donkey Kong cart. I don't know, but that actually might be it. That might be the rarest thing. We did already play Netflix. We did already play Netflix. I'm not saying that we can't play it again. I can teach you more. I can teach you more about Lord of the Rings. But as Chaz says, we love new jokes. There's so many other ways for you to do a nonsense. If it happens, like it happens. Pokemon says Pokemon Box would be a very funny one. I'm trying to think if there's any way that I could like interact with Pokemon Box. Because like you have to hook up a Game Boy with a game. Is there many games? I don't think there's many games on Pokemon Box. I think Pokemon Box is just Pokemon Box. I'm pretty sure. Oh. Can I tell you one of the games that's on my list? One of the games on my list is Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64. And the reason it's on there is because I own not one, but two Nintendo 64 fishing controllers. I just really want to have a Smash fight with fishing controllers. I've never done it. And, you know, seeing as how we did a bongo fight. Yeah, fish to smash. Yeah, I just think that would be a lot of fun. So I actually put two Smash games on there because with the N64 we can do fishing controllers, and with the And with the Wii U version, we can either do 8-player, which is fun because it allows a lot of people to play, or we can hook up the bongos to that. I think we did the bongos on Melee, I'm pretty sure. But like the bongos would work with the Smash for Wii U game. So just, you know, something to think about. Oh, was it Wii U? Oh, okay. Or Brawl? Have we ever played? We've definitely played Melee before on Extra Life, though. I definitely remember doing that. I just don't remember when. I think it was when it was just like me, Mao, and Dan. We got 49 months from Zelda Fan. 62 months from Bored Turtle. And 300 bits from the Thunderstriker says, I think it's funny that when you bought your last copy of Earthbound, you said something like, a few more copies and we'll have over $1,000 worth of Earthbound carts. That ended up happening, but probably not in the way you thought. It's true. It's true. Video games became expensive, and Earthbound is a video game. You heard it here first. So yeah, it's expensive. There was a convention recently. Was it Portland? I don't know. There was a game convention. People were posting photos in Discord, and one of the photos was of Earthbound, and it was was it? I don't know if it was Discord or Twitter. Anyway, it was a photo of a complete copy of Earthbound. It was $3,500, but it came with the air freshener, and I was like, that's interesting. That's not a thing to go to a convention and be like, well, this copy of Earthbound comes with the air freshener, and I'm like, Vagabond says, would you pay that much for it? I mean, I don't know what the air freshener is worth anymore, but like, that's one of the things where I'm like, that actually may not be that ridiculous of a deal. And spending $3,500 on the video game is an astronomical amount. But the air freshener is remarkably rare. Like, stupid rare. Yeah, it does not freshen air anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that's worth. But I don't, considering how much Earthbound is on its own, $3,500 for all of that, I'm like, I don't know that that's an insane asking price, to be honest. A lot of times these things, it's hard to know the value of some of this stuff also, because it's so rare that they show up on eBay almost not at all. So like, how much is it actually worth? Like, nobody knows, because it might not be on eBay for months to a year, and then when it comes back, what's it going to be worth then? The same amount? Or much more? I have no idea. Another thing that's really, really rare, and I know someone who has one, and if he ever decides to sell it, I hope he thinks of me first. Is I know someone that has a poster, like the actual Earthbound poster, and that's so cool. It's so cool. I don't even know how he got. I think he went through a phase where he bought like everything he could find, and he actually scanned it. He got it professionally, and it's a big poster. He had to go to like a place to get it scanned. It's not a meal. It's another buddy of mine who lives in Mississippi, and he got it scanned, and he sent me the scanned file of it. So I that's not like a thing that people have. So I actually have a full scan of the actual Earthbound poster at like super high DPI, and that's neat. And at some point, if I want, I can like get that printed. But what I really want is the poster. And that's another thing that like it's, you know, it's been so long since those things sold. Like no one knows what those are actually worth. It's hard to tell. Anyway, is it? Yeah, I guess it's 10:05. All right. I guess I should let you go. There is no Disco Only tonight. It's I don't think. Hold on. It's on. Disco Only is next Thursday. It's next Thursday. I have it on my calendar. I have it on my calendar as October 10th. And I'm going to be honest with you, between every member of Disco Only, you should probably ask me when Disco Only is. Because I write it down. October 10th. That's not to say it can't change, because it can change. But it's in my calendar as October 10th. So that's when it's happening. But tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, join me for thing. Water. Join me for water tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. Otherwise, Thursday breakfast stream, I'm really crossing my fingers that me and Mal will be back on the couch together. If we're not, it'll probably be me. And I get it. Mal's trying to keep herself safe. I really don't think that I'm contagious at this point. I really think she's all right, but I know that if she misses her trip next week, she would hate me forever. Which is fair. So if she's not back on Thursday, then I think we'll be back on Friday to do Banjo-Kazooie. So, yeah. Probably. Probably. And yeah, that's it. That's it. Like I said, I don't have a vlog for you to watch, although I will have one later today, and it's going to be a good one, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, have a good Tuesday. Take care of yourselves. Hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern for the continuation of Subnautica. See you then.